Hello, I am Seamus Donahue of Eve University, and this is my walkthrough for the Sisters of Eve Level 1 Epic Arc, The Bloodstained Stars. Chapter 4, Queens and Drones. I accepted the mission that sent me from Hadakani back to Arnon, and I am now docked in Arnon. I am going to right-click Sister Alatura, start conversation. And the Caldari agent disappears from my list of agents on the Agents tab. Royal Jelly. Evacuate the food relief personnel from the area. You might get surprised by rogue drones. Stay on task, though. Alright. So, click Accept. And close. I have my ammunition. I am properly outfit for combat. I'm going to undock. Warp to the mission.
Warp drive active.
Alright. You should see a habitation module. If not, you'll need to open up your overview settings. It should be a spawn container. But left click and open cargo. It is 78 kilometers away, and I actually do remember this mission from the last time I ran this epic arc. You will have to cover the distance. Thankfully, though, as long as you don't stray off to the sides, you should be able to just grab the food relief personnel and get out. If you want to actually kill the rogue drones, you can go ahead and do that. It's not necessary. Rogue drones don't have bounties on their heads. The only money you can make off of them is by looting the wrecks. The drone alloys that they drop can be refined into minerals. Okay. So far, they're content to leave me alone. I'm keeping an eye on my surroundings, though, especially for brackets in space that I can try to align to, in case things get bad. And just to make sure, I'm going to left-click the habitation module again, and again click Open Cargo, just to make sure that my ship opens the cargo as soon as I'm within 2.5 kilometers. But so far nothing is even yellow boxing me, so I might be okay. I'm gonna left-click the Sisters of Eve station. Oh, and I can see the bracket over there. Alright, that's good, so I know which direction I am gonna be warping off in. And cut Afterburner. I'll let it run one more cycle. Loot all. And dock.
Warp drive active.
Looks like I have a clear route, somewhat. There we go, I've gone into warp. If you bump into anything while trying to warp, you will have to hit Control Spacebar and maneuver around it first.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Right-click Sister Altura, start conversation. Complete mission, and request next mission. This is a courier mission. Go get something, bring it back. I'm not going to waste your time. I will skip ahead. I'm going to undock, and then I will skip ahead to the part of the video where I'm returning back to Arnon. You know how to do a courier mission. I've skipped ahead to the part of the video where I've already traveled 4 jumps out to Atlantic Chains, and the 4 jumps back to Arnon.
Docking request accepted.
So I have the requested cargo on board. So right-click Sister Altura, complete the mission. And let's request the next mission. Now at this point, you are asked to make a choice. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. You can go with Bag of Blood or Tracking the Queen. I am going to pick Tracking the Queen for the purposes of this walkthrough. So make sure you left-click Tracking the Queen, or if you wanted to go with the other option, you can left-click Bag of Blood. I'm going to stick with Tracking the Queen, and I will click Accept this choice. Any epic arc can be repeated 3 months after you've failed or completed it. So if you want to do this again 3 months from now, and you want to try the other choice, you can. Alright, but for Tracking the Queen, get the Scope Reporter out of Mordu's Legion space. Alright, so let's close. The mission takes place here in Arnon, so let's undock.
Warp drive active.
Alright, Rissia wrecked ship. Click Open Cargo, and I'm going to turn on my afterburner. Hey, get me out of here before a patrol finds us here. Yes, indeed, let's go do that. Let me look at the Rissia wrecked ship. Alright, I do have this piece of debris. Oh. No, that's part of the same structure. Okay. So I'm not going to bump into anything on the way there. The Sisters of Eve Bureau is off to my right. At least in this particular case, it will probably be a different direction when you run the mission. It will almost definitely be a different direction when you run the mission. Let's loot all, and I'm a little unsure of the terrain. Okay. Mordus Gladius. Modus Bounty Hunter, Modus Katana. They show up as soon as you have Rissia on board, so hopefully you got clear of obstacles and started warping out. You don't need to kill any of them. You can if you want to, they do have bounties on their heads. But as long as you have Core and Rissia on board, you should probably get them to safety first. Remember, if your ship is destroyed either by a player or by NPCs, every stack of cargo has only about a 50% chance to survive in the wreckage. So if your ship explodes with Core and Rissia on board, there's about a 1/2 chance he's gonna die. And then you can't complete the mission. Alright, start conversation. Alright, let me just move Core and Rissia out of my cargo hold. Apparently, shooting some Mordus is a requirement. Go figure. Let me undock.
Warp drive active.
So, the part I'm getting a hang-up on is this yellow circle here for the objective. There's some sort of mission completion trigger that didn't go off in the mission site, which I presume is a Mordus Legion ship that is still alive. Never mind, the mission merely seems to be bugged, because that just turned into a green check mark.
Warp drive
I'm docking back
active.
up again.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, let's talk to Sister Alatura again. Now everything is green check marks, we can complete the mission. And request the next mission. Let's see. He had the data secure place, take him to his hideout, so transfer the data. Alright, this is a courier mission. 2 jumps out. I am not going to waste your time with that. So, I will accept the mission. Ah, there's Core and Rissia. Drag him into the cargo hold. Let's close. I'll just skip ahead to the part where I've docked in Atten. I've skipped ahead to where I'm docking up in the station in Atten. Atten 52 CBD Corporation Storage. Right-click Sister Alatura, start conversation. Everything is green check marks. Complete the mission, and request the next mission. And she wants you to return to Arnon. So, I will skip ahead to the part where I dock up in Arnon. I've skipped ahead to the part of the video where I've made the return trip back to Arnon, and I am docking up in the Sisters of Eve Bureau.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Right-click, start conversation. Alright, tracking the Queen, part 3. And let's see what we need to do here. Now that we have the data, we can deliver it to a more secure, untraceable system via location. You can take a data Arnon, I appreciate it. Don't worry, this is completely safe. You'll be fine. Why am I suspecting an ambush? Anyway. Deliver the drone's tracking data to JetCan, return to me after the job is done. Click X. Let's scroll. Oh, that's right. Click Accept. Drag the drone tracking data into your cargo hold. And close. And let's show info on this. An analysis of this data may help to uncover the mysteries of that evasive rogue drone. Okay. By the way, I didn't set a destination because the mission is here in Arnon. Warp to the mission.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's click open cargo and hit the afterburner. Doesn't this seem odd to you, all these clandestine machinations for a single drone? I've sold more important information to seedier clients, and right in front of a Concorde station no less. There's more to this whole deal than they're letting on. Now, I very strongly suspect that this mission involves an ambush, though I can't remember it clearly from the last time that I did this arc. Dump it in. And then warp to the station.
Warp drive active.
That's the capsuleer who took Rissia from us. Get him. Ah, Mordu's Legion. So yeah, do make sure that you have a clear warp path to wherever it is you want to warp to. Doesn't necessarily have to be back to the station. You could warp to a different planet in the Arnon system, and then warp to the station from there once you're out of danger. Let me double check. This is a green check mark. Okay. So you don't have to destroy any of the Mordu's Legion if you don't want to take the time to do that.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Right-click Sister Altura, start conversation. Complete the mission, and let's request the next mission. Now, whether you chose Bag of Blood or Tracking the Queen, both subchains are going to lead you to this mission, burning down the Hive. Now, I don't remember having trouble with this mission as a raw newbie myself, but then I might have been paranoid about warp scramblers. I am told that a lot of new players are having trouble with this mission because it involves NPC warp scramblers. Hunt down and remove all drones in the area. So let's click Accept and close. And let's undock. So, my strategy for this is basically kiting them at a bit of a distance, probably with lead charges. So let's warp to the location, and I'm going to switch to lead charge small. Alright. Let's start target locking things. The drone has escaped through that acceleration gate. Follow it. If I remember correctly, the gate is not guarded, but, I'm not inclined to just ignore these particular rogue drones. Alright, there's the acceleration gate, so I'm going to proceed a bit forward and to the left. I don't think any of these NPCs in the first pocket warp scramble, but if they do, you will see that icon on the right-hand side. Try to get your distance away from them as quickly as possible if they start warp scrambling you. Of course, if they're also webifying you at the same time, so they're warp scrambling you so you can't warp away, and they're webifying you so that you can't get away from the warp scrambler, you may be in trouble. Hopefully you can destroy the things responsible quickly. And you know what? Let me double check my tracking speed. 117.81 milliradians per second. Alright. Gonna recall my drone, reload my weapons. My afterburner is now on, and I am approaching the acceleration gate. I clicked activate gate, so my ship is going to approach first. Abandon all nearby wrecks. And save location. Alright, my ship should be activating. There we go. Now, I do believe this pocket involves warp scramblers, so I want to be very careful here. Let me start moving in at sublight in the direction opposite where I came in. Drone escape the acceleration gate, follow it. Actually, you know what? Let me try moving off to the left. I'm not exactly sure how much they're giving chase. Let me switch to iron charges. Of course, they are just starting to yellow box me now. right-click my Keep at Range button and go for 30,000 meters. Alright, I'm going to double left-click a bit more to the right. Alright, at this range, since I'm not turning on my afterburner, it doesn't make sense for me to keep using the long-range ammunition. A side effect of this is that I seem to have accidentally only gotten the attention of one group. This is good. If I'd known I could do this, I would have done it deliberately. In other words, I couldn't have done it better if I'd planned it. Alright. Back to the long-range ammunition. It may be the strain render alvi that like to warp scramble. You know what? Let me turn on my afterburner. Cover this just a little bit faster. You know, this acceleration gate might not necessarily be guarded in the technical sense. There we go. It's not guarded in the technical sense. I don't know what range I'm going to come out. I'm going to drop out of warp pad from the enemies, so I'm going to use lead. There's the mysterious drone. Mysterious ship. You'll never get the secrets of the rogue drone, and it just exploded it. Alright. Well, the mission's not complete yet, so I think the mission completion trigger is somewhere in this pocket. It has to be one of those 6, presumably the Wrecker album. And I will go to iron for this. Turn off the afterburner. Alright, here we go. time for antimatter. They are getting close enough. And where's the Wrecker Album? I want to make sure to keep up my transversal with him. Alright, that's the Wrecker Album right there. Alright, I'm going to orbit the Wrecker Album at 3,000 meters. With my afterburner on. Alright, that completes the mission. This is a green check mark. Abandon everything. Save location, and I will dock up.
Warp drive active.
And turn off the afterburner. I would have taken more damage than this from that cruiser if I had still been sitting still.
Docking mission requested. Docking request accepted.
And not one of those NPCs warp scrambled me, probably because I didn't let them get close enough. Also possibly because I might not have aggroed the group that had the warp scrambler. Which would have been the Strain Decimator Alvi, I think. Complete mission. And let's request the next mission. Alright, this next mission sends us to the Hex solar system in Minmatar space. So this concludes Chapter 4. This mission will take us into Chapter 5. I'm going to end the episode here, and when the next episode begins, as usual, I will already be docked in Hec 4, Carousel Tribe Bureau, when I start the episode. In the meantime, thank you for watching.